What's good? If you love great stories, love to hear how somebody stayed 10 toes better on themselves and stayed their course, shout out Chip Cheese, baby. Philly, what up? This is the episode for you. Listen to how P'hariz stayed grounded, believed in himself, as well as used God as a motivational factor to keep him on the right course. Amen, 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 amen. I'm telling you this now. This is going to blow your socks off, or if you're not wearing any, on. So let me tell you this. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. And as I say, comment if you feel like that's a toe pun, but we're going to keep it going, keep it going, keep it flowing. Yeah, let's get it. What's good, wonderful people of the world? My name is Toby. You are kicking it with me. Ha ha. So today we have a very special guest, P'hariz Watkins, originally from Dayton, Ohio, played basketball at Heidenberg University. Then he went to Adrian College for his graduate degree, played basketball there as well. And, his education didn't stop there. He wanted to keep grinding, keep going, which landed him a fellowship at the University of Tennessee, where he was able to oversee multiple different facets of college athletics. And, man is a grinder. Man is a grinder. He stayed at University of Tennessee as a graduate assistant, working with the women's basketball program. And if you know anything about women's basketball at Tennessee, them Lady Vols, whoo, you don't want to mess with them. You don't want to mess with them. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of open it up for P'hariz to say a few words, and we'll just kick it off from there.
Nah, man, it's just want to say it's a blessing to be back on Kicking It with Tobe. I remember the first time we did this, so it's always good to be back with my bro. As he said, grinding, the journey's been long, but it's been a blessing at the same time. So glad to be here. It's always good to see my boy Tobe face, see that smile. So get it, man. Let's kick it.
And let's kick it. Let's kick. I love that. You're the second person to say "let's kick it" on the pod. I think that might just be another tagline. I might need every guest to say "let's kick it."
Kick it.
Um, but before we start today's podcast, I wanted to first say what the overall theme of the podcast is going to be about, and it really resonates with Paris's, his journey. And it is patience is key. You know how Migos say, "I got the key to the streets." No, Paris got the key to patience. So just wanted to say that, and before we start any podcast, you already know we gotta do a thinking like Toad. And today's thinking like Toad. Oh man, I chose this one specifically for you. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
yeah.
So you have the ball.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds left on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
You're down two.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you giving the ball, or who would you want on your team, Kobe or LeBron?
Hmm.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Who would I want on my team, Kobe or LeBron?
Yeah, you down. You're down two with 10 seconds left on the clock. You got the ball. Who you want on your team for that shot?
For that shot, I mean,
And
it's historically and statistically said and proven that LeBron James has.
oh,
But I'm saying, okay, this is how you answer this question. People love Kobe for the mentality. People love Kobe for the mentality. They love the Mamba mentality. They love what Kobe brought to the game, how he made you feel. I'm one of those people myself. I love how he made me feel as a kid watching the game. However, if I want the right play made, and if I'm playing it off the numbers, I got to go with Bron because Bron got the most game winners out of any basketball player, playoffs and regular season in the history of the league.
okay,
Got the
okay.
most. That's all I'm saying. He got the most.
Let
So if we talking about crunch time, everybody say Bron ain't clutch because he don't portray it how Kobe did or how Mike did. So they say he not clutch because he don't portray it like that. But we talking about making the right play. And the game of basketball is about making the right play and the easiest play. But if you say you would want Kobe, I wouldn't be mad at that because I wouldn't mind taking Kobe either. Because I'm a guy, I just want the shot to go in. As long as he win, I don't care who take. You know what I
hey,
mean? So, hey, man. But you know my guy. If you gave me Kobe or Bron, right? You gave me Kobe. That was the two choices. But if I could pick outside of them, I'm going Melo all day. Carmelo Anthony all day, every
you
day of
see
the week.
this? Come
All
on, come talk
day.
to us.
You know what
Come
I mean? I'm
talk
going
to
Melo all
us.
day, every day of the week. No, yeah.
Hey, I don't know how I feel about that response. I don't. I don't know. when I look at, I'm a Lakers fan. You know that I'm a
Hmm.
Lakers fan, not a player fan.
Absolutely.
So 2021 in the bubble for the NBA, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken, either in the semifinals or what was it? The
It was,
finals,
it was,
one
it
of the
was, it
two.
was in the Western Conference Finals. You're talking about AD shot.
No, 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 no. When LeBron, it was shot was on the line.
Hmm.
LeBron drove, was basically almost to the basket, kicked it out to the top of the key for a three. I can't remember who. I think it was Alex Caruso that he passed it to for a three. He
Right.
missed it, lost the
Yeah.
game, lost the
Lost the
game.
game. Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking that straight to the bucket. Kobe was taking that straight to the bucket.
And I get that. But
Oh
if you go
man,
rewatch that clip though, was that the right play? And was the shot missed? I mean, we everyone knows the NBA is a make or miss league. We've seen Kobe take a lot of game winners and he ain't make them.
that's
He
true.
ain't make them. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
We've seen him pass some other ones, and the person that he passed it to didn't make them. But we've also seen Kobe make some. We've also seen him pass it and they make some. And same for Bron. So at the end of the day, like it's about making the right play. And sometimes the shot gonna fall, sometimes it's not. But if I had to pick who's gonna make the right play more times than not, the right play, not the play that the fans want to see, the right play, I'm going with Bron.
No chance. Look, I think Kobe has only passed up a game-winning shot once, and it was to Ron Artest in the corner, and he smacked that.
Uh, I
And
think Shaq. I think Shaq would say otherwise. I think Robert Ory would say otherwise. I
Robert,
think I think Pau Gasol would say otherwise. I
no,
think that
whoa,
I
whoa,
think
whoa,
I'm
whoa.
just saying.
He went.
I think Lamar Odom would say otherwise. I think Trevor Ariza would say otherwise. I've seen a lot of guys help Kobe just like Kobe helped them. I've seen a lot of guys help Bron just like Bron helped them. I think both of them are equally as great. And if I had to rank them,
Oh no! Don't even do it.
all
Don't
right,
even do
all
it.
right,
Don't even
all
do
right,
it because
all
you're
right, I'm
gonna
gonna leave it
upset me.
alone. I'm gonna leave it,
I might have to
I'm
end the
gonna leave it
podcast
alone.
early.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Hey,
Leave it alone.
Bears, when we get into this Kobe LeBron debate, Duke Hughes debate, I mean, we even debated about Jason Tatum being the next Kobe. I remember, oh my gosh,
I
that night.
agree. And Jason Tatum has been proving himself ever since I said that statement. So and now it just comes down to winning the finals, and he's on his
Oh,
way.
okay, now let me ask you this. Is Anthony Edwards the next Michael Jordan?
Hmm.
No, you got to be
Hmm.
real. You got to be real with me right now.
I'm being real. If I'm being real, Anthony Edwards has the potential to be one of those guys at the end of the day.
He does.
And
He does.
Ed has had. Is he him right now? No, he's in year. I think he's year four. I think this is year
Yeah,
four. So
three or four.
it's still early. So like he has the potential to be one of those guys. Am I going to say that now? No, because he also hasn't shown the ability to get to a deep playoff run yet, like Jason
Mm.
Tatum has on multiple occasions, just to throw that out there. But I would say it took Mike some time too, and it's taken all the greats some time. So I'm giving these guys time. These guys are still young. We criticize these guys, and they're only 24, 25, 20. Like these guys are just now hitting their peak, or hitting
Yeah.
their prime. You know what I mean? So I'm giving these guys a grace time. I'm not one of those, basketball fanatics or analysts that, choose to berate them just because they're the star of their team and they got to win. They got to win now. They got to win now. No, like give them some time.
Man, speaking on time, just going into your journey,
Hmm.
time was something that you really was dealing with on many different levels, knowing when it's your right time to pick the opportunity that you're in now, staying patient. Um, and just really wanted to kind of do a deep dive on why was being patient key for you and how has that been beneficial to you throughout your journey in sports? Because you have seen it all from all facets to strictly one sport to um, even doing multiple different development opportunities through the NCAA. So how has that patience been for you?
Man, patience is key and patience is a virtue. God has blessed me with an unvaluable amount of patience. And it's taken each second of that patience to be where I'm at today. Like you said, my journey has started from Division 3. We Division 3 boys, and now people forget that, I was there, but like, we Division 3 boys, in Division 3, you are the resource. you have to be the resource for yourself. And that's where it all started. Just me being a resource for myself and using the small opportunities that God slowly but surely provided for me to get to where I am today. But it was a long process, and it wasn't an easy walk. That walk with God is not easy, especially when you're trying to do something that is unlikely to the public. Something
Mm.
that is, something that people can't see with their own eyes. They don't see your vision, but they also don't understand the conversations that you have with God and with yourself to get to where you want to be. So that walk can be very lonely. It can be very dark at times, but you got to remember that God still has that flashlight, at the end of the tunnel, and it's going to shine. So for me, it's just been about keeping my head down, trusting, the right people, but more so trusting myself, trusting my work, and just making sure that day in and day out, I thank him for the opportunities that he does provide for me, but also taking advantage of those opportunities the best way that I can. And so far, it's proven to be well, and it's worked for me. So I'm gonna just continue that process and try to keep it pushing.
No, I love that. Something that you said really resonated with me. One, trusting in God, and second one, trusting in your abilities. When the journey is long, when you're applying for multiple different positions, you're hearing back from some, you're getting some, and you're just like, is this the right one for me? How was that process like? Just really not just taking the easiest route, but actually doubling down on yourself, as Champ Cheese or Deion Waiters would say, bet on yourself, double down on
There you
yourself.
go. Yeah.
How was that process like? Yeah, how was that process like for you?
I mean, like you said, Champ Chief. We talking about Deion Waiters. That man said my lifestyle is amazing. My lifestyle is amazing. Double down and bet on yourself. And that's something that I did. You know what I mean? Like I look at my lifestyle every day since the day I started playing basketball to now. And my lifestyle has been amazing. I've gotten to do the thing that I love all my life. And I haven't had
Mm,
to change. But with that, God has blessed me with other opportunities to branch into different spaces that not necessarily I have an huge interest in, but he puts me there, he puts me here, he puts me there just to learn little bits and pieces to add to where I'm really supposed to be, where I really want to be, where I thrive to be. You know what I mean?
mm.
Um, so for me, like that process, it's an earned process. It's earned. Like it's not a lot of people think that it's given. They think that it's just I live this great lifestyle that's just been handed to me. Like, no, that hasn't been the case. Like I've earned step by step, day by day. And because of that, it's amounted to where I am now. So it's like I said, man, you gotta double down and bet on yourself and trust who you are. Because if you don't trust your work, you'll lose yourself.
Mm.
And me and you, we've had those phone calls where we both, we got tears or we not understanding where we are at the moment, or we have those moments of thinking about giving up. You know what I'm saying? But that goes back to trusting the right people and having those people there to lift you up, that God has placed in your life to be able to move forward. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then remembering who you are, remembering the work that you've put in, but also meet yourself where you are in that moment. And that's something that I try to do every day in my life is just meet myself where I am. Because if I can meet myself where I am on Monday, I'm probably going to get through Monday. But once I get
Mm.
through Monday, I'll probably be 1% better on Tuesday. But now I got to meet myself on Tuesday because I'm not Monday anymore. And so on and so forth. So remember to just meet yourself where you are and remember that it's an earned process. Things not always going to go your way. But the more you earn things, the more opportunities you'll get. And then it's about just doing your part of the work and letting God take care of everything else. And I promise you, He will.
Man, you over here dropping gems, man. The meet yourself where you are is big. It's key. Because
Hey,
a lot of people want to be 5 years down the line when they're not even 1 year down the line. Something I've always been told: stay where your feet are,
hey,
because when you outrun your feet, you're bound to fall. It's true.
real,
So
real.
like, it's good to hear you say that, because like, that kind of bridges into my next question on, you know You said that God puts you here, he could put you there, he puts you there so you can obtain these multiple different skills that might lead you to your overarching goal and better prepare you for that.
Mm.
Um, do you feel as if basketball, one, is your overarching goal, and two, is it coaching as well? And three, why?
To answer to answer the first two, yes. To answer the third one, to clean up the first two, for me, coaching is natural, but coaching is that one space where it's not about me. You know,
Mm.
you know me, Tobe. I love me some me. I love me some me, right? I love me some me. But coaching's not about me. Coaching's about giving back the
Mm.
knowledge that I have, the energy that I have, the love that I have, but the passion that I have for the game. You know what I mean? It's about seeing a young kid or a middle school kid or a high schooler or a collegiate athlete or a professional athlete, seeing them be able to progress and get better day in and day out. It's about those recruiting trips and those recruiting visits and those meetings where you're getting to know a family, getting to know a child, sharing with them the beautiful space that you're in at a university, but also sharing with them, like, look, even if you don't choose this place, be the best player and person that you can be.
Mm.
Because the person is going to take you a lot farther than the player can. You know what I mean? It's about those intimate relationships, those genuine relationships with the people that you're recruiting, the people that you coach with, the people that you coach, the administration that you have to work alongside, all of that, the organizations and programs that you work in. That's about those relationships and those bonds that carry you for a lifetime. You know what I mean? It's not about you. Yeah, are there moments that are about you? Press conferences, maybe whether you win or lose, that responsibility falls on you. But at the end of the day, it's about those 12 to 15 players that you have, those 4 to 5 assistant coaches that you have, those two GAs that you have, those
Mm-hmm.
7 to 9 support staff that you have, those 9 or 10 managers that you have. That's what it's about, that everyday grind, that being a part of a family. So for me, coaching's always been natural. I've always wanted to share my knowledge about basketball, to give the game back, to refuel the game, how the game fueled me for years of my life. After playing 20 plus years of basketball, you know what I mean? It's like, what else I'm gonna do with all this knowledge? Just let it sit in my head? Oh, I got the opportunity to bless a numerous amount of people. Why not do that? So basketball is my goal, to be a head coach, in Division One, in the P4 now, or Group of Five now, or mid-major, however you want to call it. Or the NBA is also a goal of mine, and that's, men or women's, NBA or WNBA. But yeah, that's me, man, all day long, all day long. So for y'all out there that's listening, you need an assistant coach, you need a player development, skill development, call P. I'm here.
Call P. I love it. I love it, man. You touched on something, basketball is not always about the person. It's about what that person can become. And that's beautiful because now with you being on the coaching side, you already seen it from a player side and what the game has done for you, what good coaching has done for you, and what bad coaching has done for you.
Absolutely.
Um, what are you hoping to achieve with coaching? What do you want to teach whoever you're mentoring or coaching at any level? What is that one thing that you want them to take away from the game?
The one thing I want them to take away from the game is love.
Mm,
The game is about love, man. Basketball is one of the most poetic sports that you can watch, that you can play, that you can feel. Basketball is about feeling.
mm-hmm,
Everyone talks about fundamentals. They're great. You need them. Everyone talks about athleticism. It's great. You need it. Shooting ability. It's great. You need it. Ball handling. It's great. You need it. But all of that comes with feel, touch, love. You know what I mean? So for me, it's about sharing love and making sure that when you step out on the court, a part of my program, whether I'm a GA, an assistant coach, a head coach, a director of player development, skill development, player development coach, whatever, I want you to walk away like, man, I really love today.
mm.
And I hope I get another tomorrow so I can love another day of basketball. You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest thing to me. When you're coaching players that love to do it every day, it makes your job easy.
That's true.
When you're coaching players that love and care to just do whatever it takes to win, take the charge. Get a steal, get a rebound, box somebody out, make a shot. Everybody say they want to take shots. Will you make a shot? Do you love making shots? Do you
Mm,
love putting in those extra hours of work to make shots? I need you to be my best shot taker, not my most high volume shot. No, I need you to be my best shot maker, not my most high volume shot taker. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like, do you love that extra work? Do you love going in and doing defensive slides so that way you're not getting beat off the dribble? You know what I mean? So it's about love because when you love something, you have a tunnel vision, a blurred vision to be the best that you can be at it. And
mm,
you may not be the best person at it in the world, but you're not just going to allow someone to just outcompete you. You're not just going to allow someone to just make you give up. You know what I mean? You're going to give your all, and maybe your all doesn't mean you're going to win.
mm,
Giannis said, every year is not a failure. I didn't win. You don't win all the time. But I did come into this game and loved playing today. But today just wasn't my day. So if I can pass on love to whoever I'm coaching, that's the most important thing. Because if you love what you do, I guarantee you're going to work hard, you're going to pay attention to detail, and you're going to make sure at the end of the day, I gave everything I had. I gave my best.
mm,
All right, today we won. Tomorrow we may lose. But I know every time I walk in between these lines, or I walk in this weight room, or I'm in this film session, or I'm at home watching myself, I'm going to love doing it and make sure that I can be the best that I can be for my teammates, my coaches, my support staff, but also for me.
mm.
Because you also are important in that piece. So it'll be love for sure.
No, I love that. I love that. No pun intended. But I'm sorry, I had to do a Tovism. Um, no, I love that for multiple different reasons. Just from hearing your response, it sounds like you're very mature and very well thought out. And it goes back to patience. I know if I would have asked you that question, when did we meet? 2020,
20. 20,
January.
actually,
No, it was January
yeah,
2020.
January 2020. Yeah, yeah, January 2020.
Wow, 4 years is almost
Years,
four
yeah,
years is
man.
yeah, wow.
Yeah. four
If
years,
I
man.
if I would have asked you that 4 years ago, it would have been a completely different answer. But the time that you took to really learn,
Mhm.
be patient, not trying to rush into coaching, because then you would have found out you didn't even want to coach because you went head first instead of actually doing the right strides. And it's one thing that you didn't speak about, and kind of wanted to just, have you speak a little bit more about it. Your time at Heidenberg and how that has really shaped you. Because I know your story,
Yeah,
um, and just kind of speak on how that really transformed you into the Paris that we see right now.
man. Good old Heidelberg University. And I'm thankful for Heidelberg. Honestly, I am. Shout out to president there, former AD there, AD Palm when I was there. President Huntington. I mean, Coach B, just everybody. Caleb, like, there's so many people at Heidelberg that I can thank for who I am today, because they truly helped mold me to for the path that I was about to head on, and they didn't even know it. But now, as I look back, I can kind of see where they, pieced themselves in, and God did His work to make sure I had the knowledge that I need moving forward. But Heidelberg taught me how to be my source, but also when it was time to be others' resource, what I needed to do to prepare for that and be that when it's time. Before we got on this, we were talking about another young man that, you introduced me to, but I'm able to be a resource for him now. And many others. So for me, Heidelberg was it was the perfect stepping stone. You know what I mean? Like as a player, I learned how to do the dirty work. At a Division 3, we don't have the resources of a Division 1. I was I was the player development. I was the player. I was the event management. I was the fan experience. I was the cleanup crew after the game. Like you are all of that. You know what I mean? So, it gave me a chance to really touch and dive into different spaces. You know what I mean? And really hone in on everything that you possibly can learn. So when you get to a place that I'm in today and I don't have to do all of that, I can help if someone needs me to fill in somewhere. You know what I mean? And that's what I always appreciate Heidelberg for is teaching me, how to work under an AD, how to be close to an AD, how to be close to a president, how to understand a head coach, also how to do event management, how to set up a basketball game, how to break it down, how to run the clock, how to do the announcements at the game, just in case I had to fill in, for anything. So and as I look through my process of steps, Heidelberg grounded me for all of that, from being a player to meeting you at the NCAA National Convention to moving on to Adrian and the things that I had to do there to coming to Tennessee. And okay, now I am, in a post-grad fellowship working for our athletic director and his executive staff. But now I can refer back to when I was at Heidelberg and me and AD Palm, he let me do some of those things. He let me be around. He let me listen to conversations. It was at a smaller space, in a smaller magnitude, but I had something that I could refer to.
Mhm.
So Heidelberg blessed me with everything I could possibly ask for. I'm thankful for that university, and hopefully one day here soon, when I make it to where I want to be, and I'm able to give back to that university, I will. I most definitely will. That's something that I've been had on my mind for a while now, because that university most definitely propelled me to be the young man that I am today, and the person that I am, but also the professional that I am, and I'm very thankful for them.
I love that. Heidenberg, you heard it here first. I work in development, so
Yeah, yeah,
Heidelberg, you heard it. Clip that, clip that.
yeah, they can clip that and hold me to that one.
No, I love that, man. Experiences like that, are beautiful because not everyone is able to be able to experience those type of experiences. And with experiences of that nature, with the journey that you have in general,
Yeah.
you see challenges arise. You see
Mhm,
a lot of challenges. Let's
mhm.
walk through, how you overcome your challenges. I know you spoke about it a little bit before. Put faith in God, doing you know doing what you can do in the moment. But there's challenges where it's kind of out of your hands, or it's one of those things that you just can't let go.
Absolutely.
Everyone has those. So walk me through how you kind of overcome those challenges and what has worked best for you.
Man, first and foremost is God. God works best every day of the week. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. Uh, and
Amen.
secondly to that, it's, just being patient with myself, man. Like, as young professionals, as young people, we tend to have this um urgency for immediate gratification, or
Hmm.
like supposed to happen now. We look at those who are celebs, or we look at those who are ahead of us, but we forget that they're 20 years, 25 years, 30 years ahead of us. You know what I mean? Right? Or those who are in our position now that do have the things that you maybe want to amount to, that's their path. It's not yours. So we have to remember that. So for me, it's about just being patient with me and understanding that what's for me will be for me. It will be brought to me by God, but it will also be brought to me by my work. So day in and day out, man, I just try to slowly but surely increase myself, whether it be knowledge, whether it be my physical health, whether it be my mental health, my spiritual health, being able to control the controllables when it comes to my emotions. But just tailoring myself the best way that I can. And do I have bad days? Absolutely. Every day is not clean sweep. Trust me, it's not. I've had tears. I've had fights with myself. I've had long nights in the gym. I've had all of that. You know how hard it is being in the gym, shooting on the gun, and the ball keep jumping out the net? Know what I mean? Like, so, but yeah, I mean, it's just about being patient with yourself, man. And that's something that I take big on me. I don't let or at least I try not to let anyone else's process or where they've going or where they've been speed me up or speed my mind up. I choose to realize that I'm not a failure. I'm not failing. I'm not behind. I'm where I'm supposed to be because I can look back to where I was before and it's way better now. I can guarantee you that. So I just remember that, God's brought me a long way, but my work has also brought me a long way. So
Mm,
I just try my best to trust in that. And there's moments where, best believe, there's moments where I struggle with remembering that. I struggle and I get in a rut as well. But slowly but surely, God pulls me out. His word pulls me out. Basketball pulls me out. You know what I mean? And I just rely on the things that have always brought me along.
mm,
And that goes into great people as well. You being one of them, and then the multitude of other family and genuine friends that I have that if I need something or I need to talk or make a call or go on a long car ride or get some ice cream or whatever, play the game, whatever it may be, those people are there to take my mind off of the challenge.
yeah.
So that way, when I refocus on the challenge, now I'm prepared to handle the challenge and control what I can control. Because once I do that, God's gonna be like, all right, check. He control his part. Let me go do my part, which only I can do. And now we can move on to the next path, wherever the next challenge may come. So be patient with yourself, man. That's the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing.
You know, you, I've heard you say support
Mhm.
from external people multiple times throughout this podcast. How have you been able to find a strong support system? And I already know that it's been doing very well for you, but it's hard to find people that you can fully confide in, that you can fully trust with, your highs are your highs, your lows are your lows. How are you able to find those people? And how do you know that they're fully for you?
Finding those people and understanding if they're fully for you is hard, but it's also simple. I mean,
Mm,
you find people that you know how they say like the game of basketball is easy, but we make it hard. The game of basketball is very simple. The goal of the game is to put the ball in the bucket and stop the other team from doing it. But humans come along and we add Princeton offense, dribble drive offense, ball screen offense. We add 2-3 zone defense, 1-3-1 zone defense. We add all these things to a simple game, and they, in a sense, can make it complicated. It's the same thing with people, right? People are simple. You need to take the time to understand them, but
mm,
taking the time to genuinely understand who this person is. What are this person's triggers? What are this person's tendencies? What are this person's goals? What are their drives? What is their why? Why do they get up every day? Why do they get out of bed every day? Why do they step foot outside their home every day? When they go to their job, their profession, their schooling, why do they do that? What is driving them? You know what I mean? And that is something that I take the time to do. I take the time to truly break down the tendencies of a person, to understand where does your heart lie, why does it lie there, and where are you using that to take you? You know what I mean? So for me, it's just about like the topic of today is being patient. It takes time to understand a person, but when you really pay attention to what they do, how they speak, do they think like you? Do they have the same goals and, drives as you? Is their vision like yours? Okay. May it be in a different space? Sure. But you're working towards something that you want. You share with me a why. Okay, so now I know you're not a person that's going to give up on your why because you can't or you refuse to. You know what I mean? It's like being a competitor. Like playing in those games where you're going to blow out the team. Yeah, it's cool. My highlight tape gonna look good. But there's nothing like being in a high school game or a college game, and it's number one versus number two. It's the best guard in the country versus the second best guard in the country. The gym sold out. It's standing room only. All the media there. There's nothing like that competition, that drive, like, and it's healthy competition. Me and you have healthy competition. I want you to be great. You want me to be great. But also at the
Hmm.
same time, like, okay, you got a promotion. Watch, I'm gonna get my promotion. Like you know what I
Oh
mean? Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you brought in 150K in development. That's cool. I brought in the top 5 recruits in the country. We hit.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's healthy. It's driving one another to be better and
Yeah.
congratulating one another. But I know that, like, with you, I can do that. With others, I can do that. You know what I mean? And that's how you find those people. That's how you find those people you can go into the storm with, the battles with, the people that aren't, they're not jealous. But it's like, okay, congratulations, you did that. I love that for you. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I tell you that a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm proud of you, man, because that's real. And now that I'm proud of you, let me go do something to make me proud of myself. It gives me a reason to drive. You know what I mean? And so you just got to be patient with that. And you also, another thing that I do want to say with this is you have to understand which people and friends are for which situation you're dealing with. That's a
Mm.
every friend that you have, you don't bring everything to them. You know what I mean? It's about understanding who fits where and why do they fit there, and respectfully sharing that and being honest with that person about that. There's things that I can talk to you about or that I will come to you about that I can't go to someone else. But there's also things that I'll go to someone else about that's not tailored to you. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But you have to understand the benefit, of the person that you're dealing with, what they can handle. Where is their mental capacity able to comprehend and break down for you? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So all of that goes into it, but it all comes back to how long did you take to truly understand where this person's genuine heart lied? And now that you understand that, how do you choose to proceed forward with this person? And once you do that, you slowly but surely start to find those genuine people that you can really count on. And like Jay-Z said, you know, sometimes less is more, and it's many of us. Yeah,
You didn't just hit me with a Jay-Z, but
you know what
I thought you was gonna say, what more can I
I'm
say?
saying? Ah, man, he said sometimes less is more, and it's plenty of us.
I love that. I
You know
love
what
that.
I'm saying?
Hey, you know I love the song
Oh,
lyric. Yeah, I
oh,
love I love when people reference some song lyrics, man. No lie. No lie, man,
yeah,
But what you said is definitely true. You know, just really understanding who the other person is, the people around you, knowing that not everyone's going to be friends, they're going to be acquaintances, and just really being okay with that because I think nowadays, especially in the society that we live in, people want to be buddy buddy with everyone,
yeah,
but they don't understand that being buddy with everyone means you're not gonna really know everyone. So you'll when the time is where you need to vent to someone, you don't know who to run to because
yeah,
you were just being buddy buddy and knowing everyone from a surface level,
yeah.
and then you realize you take a step back and realize, hey, I don't really have anybody.
I don't know, but I'm lonely. It
It's
went from,
basically it's
yeah,
basically an entourage.
it went from, oh yeah, that's my man, that's my guy, that's my hunt, to now, okay, are you his guy? Are you her guy? Can you,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly. So like just really I love how you said it, just tailoring different situations for the right people and just really getting to understand the people around you and knowing what ticks them off, what their goals are, what their why is, you know, just really understanding that person really takes that relationship to the next level.
mhm,
Um and I feel as if nowadays being in 2024 we don't see a lot of that. And it hurts,
yeah,
cuz let's even look at it from a networking perspective. Everyone wants to. I was once this kid. You just want to work the room, see how many people you could talk to. It's more transactional than genuine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until you realize, you texting these people, they're like, "Who's this? Where did I meet you from?" Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
so I think you said it best, is really getting to taking the time to get to know that person,
Mhm.
as well as knowing who you are and the type of company you want to keep around.
Absolutely.
Because it's almost as equivalent as whatever you feed your mind is what you're going to get out of your mind. So if you're feeding your mind positivity, you're going to
Hmm.
get positivity out of your mind. You're feeding it negativity, that's what you're going to get. You put yourself around negative vibes, you're going to turn out to be a negative person. So,
Absolutely.
that it all just kind of comes together. So when you kept on saying support, having people around you that support and you getting you through your tough times, I'm like, how are you getting yourself to that point? So it's good to hear that, man. And your brand is big. Your brand is big. Your brand is big. And always wanted to ask you, I asked this in my first two podcasts um of the season, and just wanted to say, what are ways that you're keeping your light as far as your brand clean
Mhm.
and not getting trapped into the foolishness that society has to offer?
Man, it's just about being yourself, man. I've
Mm,
been on that since the day that we met. It's about being you. And you also got to realize that everyone's not going to be able to handle or accept you.
mm,
That's okay, but there is always an audience for you or
yep.
audiences for you, right? So for me personally, for my brand, I've slowly but surely learned how to tailor myself for said audience or audiences, right? The people that can handle all of me, boom, you got it. The people that only can handle this part or that part, or they need me to simmer my personality down a little bit here. And it's not dimming your light. It's not being fake about who you are. It's just about understanding the room, read,
Mm,
understanding those around you, but also in a sense being considering others, being courteous to others, that okay, this person just can't handle that. And that's fine. But I'm a person who can adjust and adapt to make that person more comfortable. You know what I mean?
mm,
I'm fine being uncomfortable and finding a way to be comfortable. Others may not be that. So if I'm able to do that, sure, I'll do it if that helps. Because then it's about helping those around you. So
yeah.
for me, as far as keeping my brand clean and it's just about being myself, and that comes naturally. So you don't have to force it, you don't have to fake it, you don't have to try. It's in me. It's who I am. It's what I do. You know what I mean? If I get an and one, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If I give you a bucket, this is what I do. You know what I mean? Like and vice versa on defense. If you blow past me and I get a steal from behind or I reach, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be authentic. I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm gonna show love. And sometimes honesty and realness is hard for people to accept. But I'm gonna give you the love behind that. But I gotta keep it 100 with you because that's just me.
Yeah.
And that's my brand. A lot of as you know, because we have our relationship, but there's people that look at me and think, I'm stuck up, I'm bougie, I'm all about me, I'm conceited. There's a ton of words that that they can throw out there, right? But at the end of the day, if I go to those people that genuinely know me and ask, they wouldn't say that. You know what I mean? Would they say I can be cocky sometimes? Sure. But they know it's coming from a good place. Would
Yeah.
they say it's more confidence than cocky? Absolutely. Because they know it's coming from a good place. They understand that that's not me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So for me, man, it's about being who you are and being comfortable with that. Some people feel like they can't be comfortable in their own. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm comfortable with my knowledge. And I'm always not afraid to learn. I'm not afraid to ask why. I'm not afraid to ask a question, but I'm also not afraid to push the needle.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to push the needle. I'm not afraid to take a leap of faith. I'm not afraid to do something outside of the box.
Mm,
I'm more of a ask for forgiveness instead of asking for permission. That's me. You know what I
mm,
mean? Let's go do it. Let's go see what happens. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. If it don't work, all right, let's take a step back, reevaluate. Cool. You know, we ain't supposed to go down there. Let's go down there and see what happens. Let's see what shake. Let's see what we can get done. Hey, we get stopped. My bad. I apologize. Forgive me. I just wanted to see if I can make it. You know what I mean? So that's me. You know, that's me in a nutshell. Like I am, ask for forgiveness instead of ask for permission. And you know, I show initiative. You know, and I just be me. And everybody ain't gonna love me. Everybody's not gonna love me. That's a fact, and I know that. But there's over 8 billion people in this world. It only takes one.
That's
And I
true.
already got one. God is one. My mom is two. My granny, three. My sister, four. My dad is five.
Hey
So
man, that's
I already got a head start. And there's still 8 billion other people, excluding the family. There's still 8 billion other people that can say,
that's
yeah,
true.
I like that guy right there. That's a good guy right there.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna play the numbers. So you know that's how I go about, you know, keep enhancing my brand, but also being genuine with it. It's just sharing me and who I am. And if you don't like that, that's fine. I understand. It's not for you, but there's no disrespect. There's no lost love. I still appreciate you. But if you do like it and you accept it, let's roll. We got
Mm,
motion. We
mm,
got motion.
mm, Telling that we got motion. I love it. We got motion, baby. Since you got some motion, man. Well, what advice do you have for, people that might be making that next step to college, or people that might be in college making that next step into the real world? What advice do you have for them?
My advice is to be you. Like that's it. The advice is to be you, but also to elaborate on that is to learn who you are,
Mm,
genuinely who you are. Tailor yourself around you, not a celebrity that you see, not a friend or a family member, or you know, be you. Find out who you genuinely are. Find out what you genuinely love. Have experiences. Don't shy away or hide away from experience because other people say, "Oh, that's lame," or "You really gonna go to that?" or "You really gonna be a part of that club or that group?" No, 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 no. If you genuinely have the half of a split second thought in your mind that is something that you're interested in, that you want to do it. Have
mm,
experiences because to me, experiences are the best teacher.
I love
Have,
that.
have experiences because experiences teach you, okay, I've seen this before. I've been here. I've experienced it. Did I like it? I did. How can I add more and find more within this? If I didn't like it, cool. I know that now. We can proceed to something else.
Hmm.
And so find truly what you love, what you like, what you dislike. You know what I mean? And enjoy enjoy smiling, enjoy waking up every day, enjoy breathing, thinking, like having the opportunity to speak. Enjoy being you, understand who you are, and every step that you take, every thought that you have, every breath that you breathe, enjoy it because it's you. It's all you. It's naturally you. And it's what God has blessed you with. And the more that you do that, slowly but surely, you'll understand that, dang, what was I tripping for? What was I all over the place for? What was I? This is me. This is what I love. This is who I am. And you slowly start to understand that that outside noise, it don't matter. It don't matter. So be you, enjoy you, learn you, love you, but most importantly, understand how blessed you are.
I love that. I love that. For a second, I thought you was gonna start singing that one song. Every step I take. I thought it was coming, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I thought the way that you was going, I'm like, hold on, he about to sing okay? He about to. I'm like, okay, T-Pain.
Oh, that was a good
No,
one.
man. It's always good. It's always good to get good people on here to just kick it with me, man. Kicking it has always been something that I truly cherish. I love getting to know people. I love getting to hear people's stories. I love getting to know why people do certain things. So thank you for letting me get to know you on a different level than I already did. Letting the people get to know you, letting the people get to kick it with you. You know, any
Absolutely.
hey, the podcast might be called Kicking It with Toe, but once we have a speaker on, it's kicking it with that speaker, you know? But no, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You're on the right path. You're doing all the right things. Um, patience has been, you know, plentiful for you. It has blessed you in ways that you couldn't even imagine. So, my brother, my brother, keep going. That's all I gotta say. Keep going, man. If you got any last comments for the people, please say them. I know they'll probably want to hear something before you sign off.
Yeah, no, man, it's been a pleasure kicking it with y'all. Always a pleasure kicking it with Tobe. I'm grateful to be on this podcast and just to have this platform to share, the knowledge that I do have, with Tobe, but also with the listeners, and the viewers. So, all of you, like I said, just be you. Find your definition of success. Find your why. And once you do that, you'll be moving in light year speed. So appreciate y'all. It's always a blessing kicking it with y'all. And anytime y'all want to kick it with Pete, hit the comments and tell Tove, hey man, call Pete. We need him back on the podcast. And I'll be here. So I love y'all, man.
Hey, I love it. Hey, if you guys want him back on the pod, just let me know. I need to hear it from you guys, man. I always say we a family, but before I always say that, I always tell you guys to be great. Why? Because I think you're great. Only person that needs to think they're great is you, Tobo. Yes, sir. Yeah, you're kicking it with Tobe, huh? Yeah, you're kicking it with Tobe. What? Yeah, you're kicking it with Tobe. The latest podcast, Yeah.